They were marginal characters in a classic Greek poem, but now a faithful queen and her maidens are having their story told, and it's both charming and frightening. 2's got your ticket. CBS 2 entertainment reporter Vince Gerasoli has a look at Goodman Theatre's Penelopiad.
I remember this from my classics courses. The Trojan War kept King Odysseus away from his wife Penelope for 20 years. In Goodman Theatre's The Penelopiad, a production peppered with choreography and music, we see how the long-suffering queen, surrounded by her maidens, remained faithful. Still, a dark fate awaits, and that's what convinced author Margaret Atwood, known for The Handmaid's Tale, to explore the women's unheard voices in the book that inspired the play. This is Susan Booth's first directorial work at the Goodman since being named artistic director, and she makes a bold statement. What is it about this particular piece that got your creative juices flowing?
I remember reading The Odyssey and thinking, wow, what a great adventure story. But there was this character who was completely on the margins. And I remember at the time reading it and thinking, Penelope, right? 20 years she waits for this guy. Wish I knew more about her. Happily, Margaret Atwood wondered the same thing.
When you hear the name Margaret Atwood, certain themes just come to mind right away.
Margaret Atwood is always interested in what is the full story, whose voice is not being heard, whose rights are not being respected.
I've been reading some reviews, not only of the book, but also of other productions. And some of the same words come up over and over again to talk about it. It's been called both charming and alarming. How so?
There is a detail in the Odyssey when Odysseus finally comes home. He disguises himself because he wants to make sure that Penelope was loyal to him. But he also discovers that several of her maids flirted with her many, many suitors to fend them off. And feeling that this somehow brought uncleanliness to his home, he instructed his son, Telemachus, to hang them. 12 young women. And that's the wildly alarming part of the story. The charming part is that these 13 women, the 12 maids and Penelope, tend to reside at the margins of the story, and they form this fantastic female community that is funny, that is connected, that is loving, but that meets, spoiler alert, meets this particular end.
You can see in that interview that Booth's a great storyteller, not just on stage. The Penelopiad is playing at the Goodman Theatre through March 31. Remember, 2's got your ticket. I'm Vince Girasoli, CBS 2 News.